This is like your first day to work with me. Like you've been here before, but you never actually spent the whole day with me.
Welcome to another inclusive.
So we have a couple Brooklyn, curb valve in Queens, and then this low water pressure in East 2nd Street in Brooklyn.
That's Bryce's job?
Bryce's, yes.
Right, so he's been going out on estimates more and more lately. We should probably go take a look at it.
Like what? Spot check them?
Not spot check him, but like we should see. Obviously, we reviewed the job with him, but it would be good to see like firsthand what it is, and also it'd be good just to go see the guys out in the field. And so we're going to check out Danny's job today.
Okay.
East 2nd Street, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
What's the story there?
So basically, a customer called. They said they had low pressure. So I went there. I checked it out. It was a lead pipe, and I did a sound test, and I didn't hear anything. But I advised the scores that we should replace the whole pipe.
Okay, so lead water main, no leak. Came out of nowhere, or is this something they've been dealing with?
They said they've been dealing with it for like months.
Okay,
They said it was slowly getting worse over time.
so we're gonna go and take a ride down there.
See, isn't this fun what we do all day?
Yeah.
How old were you when you spent your first day?
I remember at this age, I don't think I spent full days, but like at 12, I remember like actually going into the field
Okay.
and like digging the street with a shovel. I remember my dad used to have me in to, you know, clean off the trucks and load the trucks in the morning. So next week, everybody's back from vacation. We'll be staffed up, hopefully get an extra crew out on the road, catch up on some restoration.
Yeah, we have things to catch up on.
How do you work with ketchup?
You have to be
That's
very,
hysterical.
you have to be very careful not to get it all over your clothes.
Well, first off, I want to make sure all of his measurements were accurate.
Yeah.
His report, his pre-job report was accurate. You know, he's newer to the company, he's newer to the field. Bryce, you know, I don't want to say we're spot checking him, but it's good to go to one of his sites and just make sure everything is per our company standards.
I'm the same. I want to make sure that what he's looking at is basically how he was trained now that he's spending a lot more time in the field by himself. What's going on?
Morning, board.
Morning.
Once again.
Is this a left side swing they have on this?
Yeah.
So whoever installed this pipe originally did it illegally.
Did it wrong.
Right, so
No, we're here to correct it.
right, so you see the existing pipe swings this way. Over time, if it settles, it's going to leak. Hence, potentially the reason we're here today, right? But the correct way, go ahead, tell us.
Right and center.
Right hand plate.
This way, when the pipe settles on the right side, it's only going to tighten the fitting as opposed to loosen up the fitting. So this is not complying with DEP, and it's common that we see pipes leaking. This is not that old of a pipe because they have a left-hand swing, and over time it loosens up the fittings. So we're here for low water pressure. You guys have any idea what actually caused the low pressure at this stage, or not yet?
I mean, it could be two things. It could be the tap itself on the city main. It could need like a cleaning, maybe rust or something got into it or something. Or maybe the pipe that they have it inside need to be changed.
I know they did a pressure test at the valve,
And it was low.
so they determined it was coming in from the street.
So that leaves us with the tap from the main actually has to be cleaned.
when you came to this job, right? The water main comes in right to the side of the building. What made you think that you're going to be able to go from here straight in?
Experience.
Okay.
Experience. Doing it all day, every day. So some jobs, you just doing the jobs and you're like, okay, it's gonna happen like this.
The type of soil will be able to grow a long tunnel, you know that.
Definitely. It's not. It would be a long tunnel, but with the existing pipe that we have, would make it easier for us with the tunnel.
How do you know that we're on the right tap?
I mean, most guys, most people use a top locator, but this is my top locator. I use a magnet wire. That means, look at this. Look at where my tap is at.
Uh-huh.
So most of the time I use, they call it magnet wire. I mean, a lot of people doesn't know to use it. And I mean, 90% of the time I'm right. 10% I might be off, but not too much. But most of the time, I mostly use the wire, because most of the time the top locator, it picks up the utilities.
Picks up other stuff.
Yeah, so it throws you off. But with the magnet wire now, with this now, it's like it goes with the flow, with the water flow.
Yeah.
So 90% of the time I'll be on point. Like today, I'm 100% on point. It goes with the water flow, especially with the copper. On the lead, it might have a little difficulty, but with the copper, it's like 95% accurate.
We originally thought the pipe was lead, and that was the reason for the low pressure.
Well, so here's a learning thing, right? All the records that were released to us indicated a lead water main.
Yep.
Right? We were released 3 tap cards, right? So is it possible that someone new to estimating made a mistake?
Or
They just got confused and like went by the tap records and been like, well, I think it's actually might even be behind the wall there. Maybe you couldn't see it.
Or we're about to find out soon, what could have happened at some point in time, the city replaced city main, and when they do that, they run 10, 15, maybe 20 feet of pipe off the city main and connect to what's here. It's possible this section of copper pipes connected to a lead pipe.
It was reported that they had a lead line. DP records indicated a lead line. Outside we see copper. How could, if someone could see, how could this be confused for a lead water main? I look at it from here, I clearly see.
I mean, if the person comes, they're not really gonna see what's behind the wall, because as you can see,
It was all covered up.
I'm already trying to cut out some of the stuff.
So everything was covered right to the valve there, is buried?
Everything was buried. So until like, you know what I'm saying, you would have to like remove like what I'm doing right now to really determine what's really behind the wall.
So it's understandable how it was just an overlook because you couldn't see it.
yeah, all this stuff is covered.
So you go by the city records and it says lead.
Right.
Granted, this is a small copper water main. It's obviously old. Inside it looked like it wasn't in great condition.
This is not a result of price and less experience than other estimators. This was an innocent, I wouldn't even call it a mistake. This was an innocent observation that you could have, or I could have made.
Anybody who came here and saw that it was covered is immediately, number one, when you show up to a job, you're not even hired. Right? You're not going to start breaking out concrete, breaking out someone's wall to tell if they have copper or lead. So you have to trust that the DP records are as accurate as possible. So one of two things. One,
Yes.
could have been like 2 repairs on this that we don't know. There could be lead in between. That's why they don't have a record of it.
Yep.
2, maybe something happened when they were doing, they got all brand new sidewalks out here.
It's possible.
Possible?
Is there an existing curb valve or no?
No.
Okay.
Well, if there is, it's buried, and we don't know because we didn't.
Possibility.
Yeah, could be there was an existing curb valve that they tied into. The 3, it could be that the tap is completely clogged and the gooseneck was no good.
Yeah, it's now that we find copper pipe that's not in terrible condition, should be interesting to determine exactly what caused slow reduction in water pressure over time.
Yeah. So just to kind of wrap up what we were talking about in the office, right? So the 2 things we went to check out, right? First off, Danny, great job. Your site looks Fantastic.
Appreciate it.
I
Thank
really
you.
appreciate you taking the time to set it up the right way today. And two, Bryce did a good job.
You did do a good job.
You did a good job. All right.
All right, Danny.
Danny, thank you as always.
Respect, boss.
We're going to let you get to it.
Yes, I have a lot of work to do. So.
Thanks for watching. Stick around for the rest of the video.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Harris Water Main Sewer. Best.
Outside.